The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, this is Hubbard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Corral.
And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Right back to Hubbard. Room here to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The motion man is Tate. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Corral with it on 1st down. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Panthers at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Corral on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Here's Corral. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. 158 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fourth down, Corral looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The kick by Lutz is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Corral looking to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half. And
as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down. Here's Corral with it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Straight ahead with Hubbard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And Corral will throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Going for it on 4th down. Corral. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw. Jones. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well. but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a toss right to Barkley. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Jones. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 177 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Bulldozes past him. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way in this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz from the right hash. This from 48. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 197 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Corral setting up to pass it here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have...
There he goes left side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done. Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
back to throw. Corral. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. It just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.